Welcome to Fested Festival with worldly as well as spiritual underline. Cleaning and decorating houses, new clothes, sharing of sweets, lighting of lamps, celebrating the life of Sri Ram and Swami Dayanand, socializing, etc. Acharya Brahmadevji has joined us today to make us better understand the significance and importance of Diwali for a human life. Acharya Brahmadevji has had an inclusive educational background in science and banking. He is Darshanacharya from Vedic Philosophy, Darshan Yog Mahavidyalaya, Gujarat, and diverse career in financial services industry and Arya Sabha, Mauritius. He is author of numerous insightful articles on Vedic philosophy and contemporary issues in English and French. Let us start the conversation with Acharyaji about Diwali. Acharyaji, why do you celebrate Diwali?
Namaste and welcome to all. Diwali is a festival celebrated since time immemorial, which we say the Vedic era. It evolves as a harvest festival. The original word was Sharadiya Navasasya Yeshti. It was celebrating the bounty of the fall harvest season in India. Farmers, when they started the harvest, so they did perform the Yajya Havan in the fields and offering the oblations of ghee, clarified butter, and some of the grains, a handful of the grains, into the holy fire. The fire breaking down the essential oils in the grains as microparticles, vapors, spreading that into the atmosphere, and that has the sanitizing effect, warding off bacteria, airborne bacteria and viruses. And especially fall season, we see there's an increase in airborne bacteria and viruses, and that's why we have cases of flu. And this also happens with the spring season, and that's where we have Holi there. It's a way which the modern world called Thanksgiving, that was the practice at the time. But it also had the environmental aspect when we were doing Havani Yajya. Diwali, second aspect of Diwali, which you mentioned, is celebrating the return of Sri Ram. Well, Sri Ram himself, the life teachings, the life history of Sri Ram is full of so many teachings for us. Ideal son, ideal brother, ideal ruler, ideal husband, and foremost of all, standing for dharma, righteousness, and fighting evil. Then we celebrate the life of Maharshi Swami Dayanand Saraswati, who brought back the knowledge of the Vedas in the authentic way to us. We've seen so many misinterpretations of the Vedas, and still now it's being done. But the correct way of interpreting that was given to us by Maharshi Swami Dayanand Saraswati. And we can see, if we want to learn his philosophy, we can go through first the Satyat Prakash, which is the light of truth in English, the Sanskar Vidhi, the 16 books of 16 sacraments, then the Rigveda Adi Bhashya Bhumika, which is the introduction to the Vedas. Let's look at the various aspects of the festival. The cleaning of the houses, decorating of the homes, decluttering the house. But the inner spiritual meaning behind that is to declutter our mind and our heart, throw away the bad thoughts and the bad emotions, and fill in the good things of life. Decorations we need to beautify our personality with nobility in our thoughts, in our words, in our actions, which we say, manasa vacha karmana. And remember, we pray during Diwali, the common prayer is asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotir gamaya, mrityur ma amritam gamaya. It says, oh God, lead us from untruth to truth, from the darkness of ignorance to the light of knowledge. And then that will empower us to move out of the cycle of birth and death to be in the eternal bliss of God, which is moksha, mukti, or salvation as is known in the worldly language. So just remember, Diwali is not the festival of Tamaso Ma Jyotirgama, just to light the lamps and beautify the environment. Remember, it's the darkest day of the night during the year. It's the last day of the waning phase of the moon of the month of Kartik, which usually falls October and November of each year. It's the darkest day of the night. We light lamps to give light to us and to others, making the environment beautiful. But more important, we need to beautify our personality. Take it from the other example. It says, gun karma sabhava. Let's add beauty, nobility in our character, in our actions, in our nature, temperament. Sharing of sweets is also symbolical there. Let's be sweet in our words, in our actions, in our behavior towards others. So if we really add those things, we'll beautify our personality, we'll become a better person in terms of what the Vedas teach us, Manur Bhava Daivyam Janam, be human and be human in whatever we do in life. If we take it in one line, be human in the way that we interact with others and the way we interact with ourselves. And remember, any change we want to bring in society doesn't start from others, starts from me. So if we take the lesson of Diwali, the light starts with the lamp and spreads all around. So let the light of our life starts with us and spread all around.
Thank you, Acharya-ji. But in our background, we see a lot of lamps. So exactly what does these lamps symbolize in our daily life?
Yeah, that is a beautiful picture, and also the question to the point. Let's look at the lamp. It's made of clay. So the potters mold the clay and make those beautiful lamps with the design. It shows the importance of the knowledge of the potter, because the clay in itself, without the knowledge, without the know-how of the potter, nor the know-how of those who make the wheel, without this knowledge, we won't be able to get the lamp. Knowledge is important in life to grow. Second, take the lamp, the wick, the ghee, clarified butter, and the matchstick separately. Can we see the light in each of them? No. The lamp itself, there's no light. The clarified butter, ghee, no light. The wick, no light. The matchstick, no light. We need to put the clarified butter into the lamp, melt it first and put it in the lamp, and put the wick in such a way that one part of it stays out of the lamp. It's just like our head. Whenever we go for swimming, our head is always outside the water. So whatever happens in this world, we need to keep our head high. And how do we keep our head high? Is like, for whatever dirt others may pile on us, each time we get, there's the story there which goes in that. Each time when people throw dirt at you, just rise above. And at the end, when the dirt becomes a mountain, you are the summum of the mountain. You are above the dirt and not in the dirt. This is what we need to do in life, rise above. And when we rise above, we keep our head high, but with the head on the shoulders, not lost in the sky. That is the union which brings the light, the union of the lamp with a clarified butter, with a wick in the appropriate position, and well lit with a matchstick. It's a combo of all. And that combo which brings the light to us. May we move in society like this, 1 + 1 + 1, make the synergy and bring the light to society.
Acharyaji, at last, one more question. The Diwali, the lot of Hindus pray for the goddess Lakshmi, and how is it related with the human wealth and goddess Lakshmi?
Lakshmi itself in Sanskrit signifies, is one of the many names of God. It's not one of the many gods, it's one of the many names of the one God. And Lakshmi signifies Aishwaryon ko dene wala. God who gives us both worldly and spiritual treasures. Let's look at life. If we go only on the mundane side of life, the worldly side of life, then we lose the spiritual aspect, and this is where we get lost in simple things like being ethical in our life, which is dharma. So when dharma is lost, we lose virtue, we lose all the ways, good things, good ways of doing things in society. So we need to take both of them, Aishwaryam ko dene wala, dhan or Aishwaryam. That is material wealth as well as spiritual wealth. We need to take both of them in life to grow. Not skewed on the material side of life, neither skewed on the spiritual side of life. It needs a balance, just like the wick is balanced in the lamp and not fully immersed in the ghee. Fully immersed, it will never give us light. Like this, we need neither be fully immersed either on the material side of life, nor on the spiritual side of life. Moderation, balance, and then we'll realize the real meaning of Lakshmi in our life. Will be masters of both material and spiritual treasures.
Thank you, Acharyaji, for your beautiful explanation about the Diwali, the way we celebrate and significance of each and every symbols related with Diwali. Wish you all happy Diwali. Celebrate the Diwali and be lighted in inner world and outer world both. Thank you for joining us today.
Wish you all Diwali Abhinandan. Happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali.
And, along with all the lights, bring light to your life. And with the sweets, bring sweetness to your